How did you land up being Beat Crush?
Don't do something thinking you have a backup plan.
If it wasn't Beat Crush, Tofir, what would you be?
I've done a law degree.
What was your first paycheck ever for DJ?
2000 rupees.
Do you like drinking?
Occasionally.
कैसा लग रहा है lining up in Melbourne?
And what idea? Actually, like I've been into music ever since I was a kid.
Oh, lovely. So how did you convince your parents to become a DJ?
First gig, I was actually shaking. 16, 17 at that point of time. My mom's a professor, my dad's a CA, and they were like, "What does he want to do?"
ये तो है.
I don't know how, but he did not realize either my face or even by my t-shirt that I finished. I said no. He just pulled up his window and left.
Fuck yeah.
Organizer भी मैं था.
Oh my god, business mind, yeah. And what's one that you like being a DJ?
The stage.
The stage.
Adrenaline rush.
What's the weirdest thing that you've eaten?
Someone puts a whole crab on a table in front of you and like, what the hell is this?
Hi, Beat Crush, and welcome to Awaaz by AK. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. कैसा लग रहा है lining up in Melbourne and what's happening?
And was like, yeah, but I'm damn excited. First time here. I hope it goes well.
It will go lovely. So we've got a show tonight, and of course, our headliner is playing there, and we're very excited. Everyone is. Delhi के लोग तो पागल ही हैं. मतलब we've actually sold out because of Delhi.
Delhi as a guy.
ये तो है. So what moment did you realize that you want to be a DJ?
Actually, like I've been into music ever since I was a kid. I've been playing piano, drums, bass guitar. I had a band in school. But like everyone in my band wasn't really inclined to become like a full-time musician.
Yeah.
And in 9th grade, I went for an Avicii concert.
Okay.
And I realized like he can do it alone. Then I don't need anyone else. I should focus on becoming a DJ.
But,
Since that day, I've just focused on becoming a DJ.
but what degree have you done?
I've done a law degree.
Wow.
That's because I
So-
come from a very academic background.
Absolutely. अगर हमें चाहिए होगा तो हमारे पास lawyer और DJ इकट्ठे ही है ना. First ever gig, how bad or good it was, and where was it?
First gig, I was actually shaking because I didn't know what to do. It was like an opening set at a college fest,
Wow.
and I had to open for Nuclear.
Oh, lovely.
And like I begged like the organizer to like just put me or like in one slot. I was 16, 17 at that point of time.
Nice, yeah,
But,
very
yeah.
nice.
If I see it from today's point, obviously it was bad.
No,
But, yeah.
but you did. I mean, for Nuclear के लिए तो it's amazing. One track that never fails to impress crowd. अभी recent and पुराना भी कोई retro type.
Retro is obviously you can play it anywhere. It's a club, it's a wedding, whatnot. You can play that song and it will just bring everyone together.
Yeah.
And like a current one would be Thodi Si Daru by AP Dhillon.
No, yeah, Gabru.
Gabru also.
Okay. Yeah, I mean both of that. Fair
Yes.
enough. So if you weren't a DJ and if you weren't a lawyer, what would you opt for?
I have no clue. Even if I wasn't a DJ, I don't think I would become like a lawyer. In the last, I think more than 10 years, I've never thought of anything else. And like someone told me right in the beginning that if you want to do something, don't do something thinking you have a backup plan in place because then you'll not give it your 100%.
Oh, that's an advice, yeah, we should
Yeah.
follow.
So I've always
Because-
just focused on becoming a DJ. That's
We
all.
always think कि backup तो चाहिए ही to cover.
It decreases your chance of taking risks.
I mean, yeah, I would say, but we've always been given that another
Yeah.
soch, na? That plan B
Yeah.
should always be there, but you never had a plan B.
Like in my mind, I never thought that, oh,
Yeah.
I'll become a lawyer if I don't.
So how did you convince your parents to become a DJ?
So initially, obviously, they were quite shocked. My mom's a professor, my dad's a CA, and they were like, "What does he want to do?"
Yeah.
But they saw how determined I was to do it, how passionate I was to do it, and then eventually they came around.
So you just waved your way there,
Yeah.
right? So who's your dream artist to share a stage with? Or you've already done that?
No, dream artists is obviously Calvin Harris and David Guetta.
Okay.
I've grown up listening to them. I recently went to Ibiza and to hear them also, and that's one time I want to share a stage with
And kahin that you really want to play?
Ushuaia.
Oh, I thought you would say Tomorrowland.
Yeah, but like that's like a festival thing. But
Yeah.
like a club, if I have to play, it's Ushuaia.
Alright.
Tomorrowland, everyone wants to play.
Yeah, that sounds very. That's a great answer, to be very honest.
Yeah.
How did you land up being Beat Crush?
So to be very honest, like after I graduated school, then I
Hmm.
got into this like full time after college, like while doing law. And I was obviously still going door to door asking people to give me a slot and let me play. And then one day, like one person called me and said, "Okay, fine, I'll give you a slot. What's your DJ name?" And I just said Siddharth Chetty. He's like, there are like 20,000 Siddharths in this city. I said, just put Siddharth. He's like, this is even worse. Get me a name. And I was like learning how to produce music, and there's a software called BitCrush, which crushes beats into small bits to make like an effect. So I just thought, okay, fine, why not BitCrush? And if it goes to shit, we'll think of another name. But right now I have to give a name, so I just gave BitCrush, and it stuck.
That was an instant.
Yeah,
thing.
it was just like a fluke. Okay, fine, let's do this for now. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, a question इसी के साथ tag करते हैं. If it wasn't BitCrush, तो फिर what would you keep?
I have thought of 20,000 names at that point of time. Nothing clicked.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Alright. What's the most ridiculous lie you've told someone? Maybe just an organizer. Let's not keep someone. An organizer.
Organizer, I don't know, but I was performing at a club in Delhi called Diablo, and I was wearing a t-shirt which said BitCrush.
Yeah.
And a car pulled up, and there was a huge line outside, and they asked, "Is BitCrush performing?" And I said no. And I don't know how, but he did not realize either by face or even by my t-shirt that I'm BitCrush. I said no, he just pulled up his window and left.
Oh God! यार ये तो फिर ऑर्गेनाइजर को आपने लॉस में डाल दिया.
Organizer भी मैं था.
Would you rather drop the bass at a wrong moment or play the same song twice?
Play the same song twice. If it's good, people will sing it along. But if you drop the bass at the wrong moment, you lose the crowd there and there.
Would you rather have your USB crash mid-set or your headphones break right before the drop?
USB crash never. I can play without my headphones, but I can't play with my USB crashing.
Achha, would you rather DJ for a room full of grandparents or a room full of toddlers?
Toddlers, because one day they'll grow up and become bigger fans.
Yeah, oh my God, business mind, yeah? If you were a ghost, who's the first person you'd want to buy?
People who have not paid me till now.
So are there people who've not paid you?
Yeah, like some clients who have still not cleared payments, I'm going to haunt them.
What's the last payment? मतलब कितना time हो गया due को? अगर कुछ years back or months back?
2-3 years.
Oh fuck yeah. What do you do? There's no legal obligation?
No, there is, but like obviously you don't try to get into that legal battle because like the market keeps running, but still I would go and haunt them.
Fair enough, guys. Please, man, as an organizer, do something. If your life had a background music track, what song would you be playing when you entered a room?
There's this Calvin Harris song called "Drinking from the Bottle."
Okay. Do you like drinking?
Occasionally.
Yeah, we've seen that. You don't drink at all. He's just
not on shows at all.
But you've been here and I haven't seen you drink like just one.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing that you've eaten? Actually enjoyed and eaten?
I don't know, like crabs, I think.
Is that weird?
First time when you eat, it's weird.
Okay.
Someone puts a whole crab on a table in front of you and like, what the hell is this?
So you're in Australia. Do you want to have like a kangaroo meat or something?
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. Sounds scary.
But it's yummy. I have never had it, but my friends do.
Wow.
They like it. I can't. Weird request you've ever had mid-set?
To play a very, very old Bollywood song that was not even in my pen drive. And
Name it, no?
No, it was actually a Haryanvi song.
Okay.
Bavan Gaj Ka Daman.
Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
one of the highest streamed
Yeah.
songs on YouTube now, by the way. But I had never heard of it and I was quite taken aback. But I downloaded and played it.
Right. And the weirdest experience or a request kisi ne kara when you're playing?
I once went to play a wedding and I played 10 Bollywood songs and they told me that we don't listen to Bollywood, we only want Haryanvi music all night.
Oh.
And I didn't have one single song. I had to download every song from YouTube Top 100 and kept on playing. Luckily, they were kind enough to keep on telling me requests and I kept on downloading them, but there was no way I would have played that show.
That's something I could never take on, man. Ever accidentally played a wrong track?
Yeah.
How did you recover back?
You just flip it back and then drop another one. Then you just drop something which is like, very iconic, so then people just forget, okay, fine, that will stay.
What's your favorite song? अगर आपसे कोई पूछे. One. And that you don't go into now Hollywood and all that. Tell me something about Punjabi or Bollywood.
I think Punjabi would be 52 bars by Karan.
Yeah, that's right. So you played and you've shared, you know, the stage
Yeah.
with Karan also.
Yes.
How is it? Like, tell something about that.
Like, I just find his like aura energy to be like crazy, and like he's definitely one of a kind, and the way he pulls off a show, how honest he is, how he talks to the audience, all of that stuff is insane.
Karan, if you're listening to this
Yes.
podcast, please.
Gabru.
Yo, please आओ. हमें बुलाओ, आप मत आओ. Have you ever pretended to mix while actually fixing a disaster?
Yeah, all the time. You just put like a track on which already has like a mix, and by that time you can fiddle with the equipment and see what's going wrong. Sometimes, like, you know, the connection goes off
Yeah.
and you can't really connect, so you just put on a mix so it looks like the crowd is still vibing, and then you figure it out.
So what's the worst thing about being a DJ?
The hectic travel, there's no some sort of schedule or routine that you can follow. Late nights, late flights, long flights, everything that you have to take care of. Obviously, it takes a toll on your health. All of that is quite tough, but it all makes sense when you get on stage.
Yeah. That's not one, that's a million that you've listed.
Yeah,
And what's one that you like being a DJ?
the stage, the
The stage.
adrenaline rush when you.
You know, the
Yeah.
people waiting for you to get on the stage and all the love. That's nice. Is there a ritual, a pre-show ritual that you do?
No.
No? Nothing?
Only one thing that I have a Red Bull at every show. That's all.
One
That's
ritual.
one constant.
That's a ritual, guys, now.
Yeah.
Biggest DJ myth people believe about?
That it's easy if you just press sync and anyone can be a DJ. It's not that easy.
Okay. If your set was a drink, what would it be?
NIT.
ठीक है, nice. Festivals or clubs?
Festivals. You get to see a lot of artists in one night. It's quite inspiring.
That is lovely. Day party or a night party?
Day party so I can go home and sleep.
Day parties तो मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आते. I don't enjoy when a day party. I don't vibe.
You start drinking champagne from 2 p.m. You'll know.
Yeah. Headphones or earphones?
Headphones,
Pizza or burgers?
burgers.
That I
Every day.
could that I could answer. That I could definitely answer. Any advice that you would like to give to youngsters who are becoming a DJ, and you know their parents are probably not too supportive about it?
Yeah. I'll say don't just go all out thinking that, like, you know, this is it. Obviously, there's a lot of competition in every field right now, but like, focus on what you need to carve your niche on, and if you develop a niche, then it doesn't matter what you do, you'll make a name.
Right.
Don't just follow like the flow. If Polytech is booming right now, start doing Polytech. Tomorrow Afro House.
Yeah.
Don't change your sound to what people want. Develop a sound and stick to it. It will go much longer.
So you don't think that people should go with the trend, but they should
No.
go with the gut?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Most important part of being a DJ is not like just playing Hot 100. It's identifying tracks that will resonate an emotion with the audience, and that will not come if you're just following a trend, because trends will fade off.
Absolutely, that's right. Do you prefer traveling overseas or in India?
Overseas, because you get to explore new people, like new languages, new food. But yeah.
And ज़्यादा आपको what do you vibe कहाँ आती है? India में play करके?
Vibe is India, obviously.
Vibe is India? Yeah.
The way people party in India, no one can party anymore.
Yeah. Are you a playlist planner or a freestyler?
Freestyle. You need to read the room. You need to go inside and know.
Yeah, I swear.
What I'm gonna play tonight might be very different from what I played in Delhi or Bombay.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. You go with the vibe.
Yeah.
What is with the DJ politics in India?
I don't like. I'm not that social in that industry that much.
But do you think it is?
See, there's politics everywhere, but you just need to make sure you don't keep your mind in that and focus more on music.
Yeah, now you're just answering safe.
No, generally, like I've never like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're very
I
calm
know.
and composed.
Yeah, I'm not like really there interacting a lot with other DJs. Like I obviously talk to friends who become
Yeah.
who are DJs and who have known for a long time, but it's not like a cutthroat competition for me. And because this is not school, this is not college. It's not like only one person will win. There are 10,000 nightclubs across the world, and 10,000 DJs have to play every night.
Yeah, yeah,
So there's no need to be competitive.
absolutely.
Play your show.
Yeah,
Your people will come for you. Someone will go for some other artist.
yeah, agreed. So how do you start a night? Like, what's the first song that you will play?
First 10 minutes I play, I don't announce also. First 10 minutes I'll play, I'll have my warm up. And
Okay.
I'll try 2-3 different kinds of songs to see, okay, fine, what are they vibing with.
Hmm.
Then I'll probably come out with like an intro edit or like a banger. And then
Okay.
announce that like I'm here.
Okay. And what's the longest set that you've ever played, and which one and where?
7 hours. It was
Oh.
a wedding in Udaipur. A friend of mine wedding only, and we started at around midnight.
So he didn't let you come down?
No, like the energy was so good, and it was just like all friends of mine around that we just kept on playing and playing and playing.
Right. 7 hours is a long time.
Yeah, 12 to 7.
So what kept you going?
The vibe. And the
Not the
energy of
drinks?
I don't drink. Still, I didn't do
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Have you ever taken a gig instantly and regretted later?
Yeah, a lot of time.
This one?
No, not this one. But like sometimes when you like, there will be people who will book you thinking that like it will be a good match, but in some clubs you just don't react or like vibe with the audience, and sometimes the audience also doesn't vibe with you, and that's like it's like having a bad day at work.
Absolutely. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And what's your biggest influence outside of music?
I think it's family. Yeah.
Do you think your friends influence you more, your partner, your parents?
Everyone has a different kind of influence. Obviously, my partner would influence me a lot because I live with her and she's always kept me calm and grounded.
Lovely. What was your first paycheck ever for DJ?
2,000 rupees.
2,000 rupees. उससे पहले?
Free.
Free.
Yeah.
And now?
So
Now you ask.
now you can ask my manager.
Guys, now you can ask his manager. Yeah. What do you think? Being a DJ is difficult or organizer? Because since you're both.
See, both have their own ups and downs. Being an organizer is difficult because you have to make sure that everything is in place. And being a DJ also has its own responsibility because even after all the work you have done as an organizer, the night can make and break depending on how the DJ plays and how much the audience loves it or not.
This is a biased answer, don't
Yeah,
you?
because I have been in both places, so I know like even if I prepare a night really well and I am not my 100% once I get on stage, it can go down. And if nothing is going right, but I get on stage and I play music that people love, it will all make sense.
Yeah. I mean, I agree to that.
Yeah.
Do you think that organizers give a lot of pressure sometimes?
Organizers don't give pressure, but our industry as such is not regulated. It's not really like there's no straight way of doing stuff, and everyone who has come here has always learned it by being hands-on with it. So it's very different, and especially in India, there's not a lot of government support right now to be like a small-scale organizer.
Yeah.
So
I
it
understand.
is tough at all ends.
What's your childhood song? Evergreen type.
I know it's going to sound cliche, but it's Kya Karu from Wake Up Sid by Shankar Mahadevan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now तो everyone knows क्या ही करना है. Most awkward small talk you've ever had while you're playing.
It's first of all when you come to a DJ and speak while he's playing, he can't hear shit.
Guys, please understand.
Understand? And you can tell me anything, and I'll just say yeah. Even if I'm not going to play your request, I'll just say yes so that you leave.
God. Have you got those people typing on notes and
Yeah.
showing, and you play that?
I just do thumbs up. I don't do. If it actually fits in my set, I might rearrange the order
Yeah.
and play it then. But if it's something like which is back and it has no connection to what I'm playing right now, I don't do. Unless it's like a wedding show. If it's a wedding show, I'll play whatever you ask.
Yeah, but of course.
Yeah.
So have you got any person or someone coming to you raging about it? कि अभी चलाओ.
Yeah.
How do you handle it?
I'll say if you keep standing here, I'll not play.
Okay.
Then they obviously have to leave thinking that I'll play it someday.
Have you ever left a show?
No.
Never.
No.
Have you ever cancelled a show?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't cancel the show.
That's an insider. Okay, you never cancelled a show also. Your manager might have.
No. If I've given a go ahead for a show, I'll do it. No
See,
matter.
that's a record,
Yeah.
that you've never cancelled a show.
Unless it rains or something, like stuff that's not in my hand.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I've given a guarantee, I'll not cancel.
How do you deal with those drunkard people coming next to you?
Security.
Dancers हैं यार.
नहीं कर सकते भाई, बहुत डर लगता है.
Actually, you're married and
Yeah.
you've got some female people, when you're DJing. So how's your work
Security.
balance, man? Yeah.
To be very honest, even before being married, I didn't like people being around me, even though I play like boiler room sets and stuff. But
Yeah.
I need to have my space to focus. And if someone's poking you or pushing you, it will ruin your train of thought.
नहीं, I understand that.
Yeah.
ठीक है. But कोई female fans जो आपके पीछे ही पड़ जाए.
Sorry, मैम, आंटी कुछ भी बोल दो. आंटी बोल दो, भाग जाएंगी.
और आगे कभी नहीं आएंगी.
कुछ नहीं होता.
Or do you have a lucky piece of gear that you wear? ये मेरे लिए lucky है. जैसे fake gods.
Like my headphones, I've always kept them the same. The Beats headphones. And वो, to be very honest, बनना बंद हो गए. But मैं कुछ ना कहीं से ढूंढ के वापस सेम खरीद लेता हूँ अगर खराब होता.
Yeah. Have you ever Shazam other DJs?
Yeah, all the time. If I go to another DJ's gig, I will stand and Shazam back to back.
Okay.
Shamelessly, even if I'm in the front row. As a kid, like when I started going to hear other people's gigs, that's all I used to do.
Okay.
I would not dance and all, I'd just stand and keep Shazam.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's your idol for a DJ in India? Have you got any?
Yeah, in India, like growing up, obviously it was Nuclear, he's not touring anymore now,
Yeah.
but I still think he's
Right.
amazing. Lost Stories, Chetas.
Right. And who do you think is an overhyped DJ in India?
See, hype, if a DJ is hyped, that means he's doing something right.
Okay.
So I don't believe the concept of being overhyped. People can call me also overhyped for some reason, but if he's hyped, that means he has views, and if he has views, that means people are willing to watch him or her.
So do you think that someone who's got views is doing a good thing?
Whatever they are doing, it's working. It might not be something that me and you would like, but there is an audience for it, right? And
Yeah.
there is proof that there is an audience for it because he has views.
So what do you think? Social media helps you grow?
Yeah, obviously, like right now, that is the best way to get gigs if your social media is doing well. Because
Absolutely.
when we started out, I could only go door to door to a club in my city and tell them, no, I'll play nicely, give me 30 minutes to prove my point. I could not go and show them like, this is my Instagram, I'm popping, come on.
Talent or social media?
Both. You can't have one right now. Being a DJ requires talent, social media, content, everything. The game is very different from what it was like 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Even 5 years ago. To be very honest. Pre-COVID is very different to now.
Have you got some DJ friends that you hang out with? Yeah, any top DJs in India? Who do you think is a top DJ right now who's doing like good in music?
Chetas is doing good. Tech Panda, Kenzani are doing really good.
Yeah, they're doing really good.
Yeah. And like, I speak to a lot of them. I speak to Tech Panda a lot, Kenzani a lot.
Right. So what's the taste like in India now? Is it going to techno or old? Yeah, nahi. It's just a one-time thing.
See, like Polytech and all is booming right now. Like, and there are people who are doing amazing in it. Flipsit is killing it in Polytech, Ganesh, Progressive Brothers. All of them are a class apart. And all of them have been in the scene for too long to understand how to make it a part of their set. And obviously, it's not like I don't play Polytech at all. I also play Polytech parts of it, but it's a wave. And like right now, the wave is of Polytech because globally Afro House is booming, and if you combine it with Bollywood music, that's what makes Polytech.
Fair enough.
And it's how the thing is that since India is at par with every country right now, and obviously because you have social media, the trend that is trending globally is what is going to trend in India.
Yeah.
So how sounds move, and like a lot of UKG, garage, drum and bass is popping globally. That sound will eventually also come to India, and that is what's going to be next.
So, do you think that underground music is getting up now?
Yeah, this underground music has become more commercial than commercial music.
Right. Well, is there anything else that you would like to say to our audience?
Nothing, just excited to be there tonight at Royal Melbourne Hotel.
Guys, we'll see you tonight. Well, we are sold out, so probably just another 30 tickets left, which are going right now. I can see it on my phone. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beat Crush. It was lovely having you here.
Thank you.